to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see them as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula Board Formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
I do think that worked. Sean was here and now he is not. So we're having fun technical issues today, which is normally not the case.
No, this is a first. Well, yes. You know what? I think we're going to roll with it and we're going to make it amazing. So do your thing, Bella.
All right.
Hello. Sorry, guys. We have some
We can hear you, Sean.
Is that a little echo? No, echo is gone. Okay. Hello, all. Definitely an unusually friction-filled fun Friday, seemingly like Friday the 13th on the first Friday in October. But warm welcome as we explore the superpower of influence, which begins, of course, with the principle of emotional rapport, which has been compromised since we're starting late with technical difficulties. But we'll see how we bounce back from that. So, Bella Verita, we're going to go super abridged versions of everything, including bios and all, skipping me, you, and Andrea, so we can make up some time and get these fine folks on their way. But we will be exploring the superpower of integrous influence, which includes absolute transparency to the relevant truth, as we have begun here today. Bella Verita, who we got?
First, we've got from New York, pioneering investor who launched the nation's largest student-run venture fund, managing 25 million and 75 plus startups, strategic deal maker, driving innovation, investments, and biotech, public market, and dynamic corporate partnerships worldwide, advocate for inclusion, championing unprecedented voices in finance, entrepreneurship, law, while fostering impact leadership. Forgive me if I pronounce your name wrong, but I believe it's Yash Thakral. I don't know. Did
I get close? Is it Yaz, Bella?
Yash Tukral.
Yash. Hello, Yash. Yash, Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. So we kick this game off with a fun fact, proud moment, surprising moment, shocking moment, any moment that's a headline, not a story. And please, your headline fun fact that would make us say, no way.
At 28 years old, actually at 27 years old, I rang the NASDAQ closing bell to bring awareness for brain tumor research and innovation to bring more treatments to patients globally.
That is a beautiful thing. Thanks to the heart-centeredness Bellavrita. It's starting with heart on this fun Friday. Who else is here?
It is starting with heart. Next up, from Brooklyn, New York, founder and managing partner, guiding startups through capital raising, compliance hurdles, and complex corporate governance matters. Over 25 years of experience navigating private placements, security laws, and delivering expert legal growth and strategies. Passionate about helping small businesses across industries, providing hands-on support for growth, innovation, and long-term success. Let's welcome to the show, Eric P. Weingold.
Eric, warm welcome to the Heart of Influence on this fun Friday. And Eric, please, your headline fun fact.
Yeah, so in around 1998, after practicing law for a few years, I quit practicing law to start my own company. I started an encryption software company called Wormhole Technologies. Then I went back to practicing
That's
law.
awesome. Congratulations on that, making the escape from the legal world into something driving heart and entrepreneurship. Beautiful, Eric Bellavrita. Eric's here. Who else is here?
Eric is here, coming from Los Angeles, California, distinguished litigator turned judge, from powerhouse trial lawyer to respected judge, bringing sharp insight and proven leadership. Entrepreneur spirit in law blends judicial wisdom with business savvy, proving innovation belongs in legal leadership too. Respected leader and mentor, celebrated for fairness, integrity, and vision. He uplifts colleagues and inspires future legal minds. Let's welcome to the show, Robert Freeman.
Robert, thank you for bringing equity and justice to our nation. And please, your headline fun fact.
At first, I didn't realize that Andrew was talking about me, so thank you for that introduction. And I was thinking about what is my headline, and I've decided to go with something a bit whimsical because I worked with Make-A-Wish Foundation a lot, and it was a really unique and enjoyable experience when I was working my way through law school. I worked at Disneyland for a while. So I'm going to go with my headline is that I was a cartoon, that I was John Smith and I was Captain Phoebus and I was Hercules at Disneyland. So my 3.5 seconds of fame, of which I'm very proud, has nothing to do with the law, but I connected with so many people and so many children. That is the headline I'm going with.
That's a great headline. Awesome. And
Thank
John
you.
Smith as in Pocahontas?
I'm sorry, what was that?
And that's John Smith as in Pocahontas?
As in Pocahontas. So it was Pocahontas, the animated feature. We never call them cartoons at Disneyland. And then Captain Phoebus from Hunchback of Notre Dame, and then Hercules from Hercules. And just to be clear, I don't look like them. They look like me.
That is perfect, Eric. Let's go. Bellavrita.
That is great, Robert. Thank you so much. Next up from Delray Beach, Florida, fierce Wall Street beginnings, 21 plus years of legal mastery, trusted strategist, deal maker, and executive performance coach, transforms chaos into clarity through creativity, discipline, and negotiation skills forged in law and martial arts. Results-driven advisor fueling startups, scaling empires, and building exit strategies while preventing fires before they ignite. Let's welcome to the show, Jason Weiss.
Thank you for having me.
Diverse group of masters. Jason, warm welcome, and please, your headline fun fact.
Best-selling author of a book called, and I don't know if I can say this on the air, but I'll try. If we get censored, it's my bad. It's called Shit They Never Taught You in Law School. How to navigate the law. And it's not intended for just lawyers. It's intended for everybody.
Amen. And law school doesn't teach you most things. So congratulations. Awesome. Warm welcome. I love it. Come on, Bella.
Welcome, Jason. That is super funny. Welcome to the Heart of Influence. And next up from Long Island, New York, property and casualty expert, safeguarding businesses with precision, vigilance, and proactive risk strategies that keep clients protected. Former film producer turned insurance strategist, fusing storytelling, creativity with sharp analyst and people-first leadership style. Mental health advocate, dismantling stigma, balancing fierce professionalism with human worth across and crossword puzzle brilliance. Let's welcome to the show, Adam Wilkins.
Adam, warm welcome to you and your headline fun fact, Adam.
Well, thank you for having me. And I'm going to lean into the fun fact. The fun fact, when I was 27 years old, attended Lollapalooza for the first time and only time. And I got whisked on stage to dance with the late, great Sharon Jones of Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings in front of 30,000 plus people that I had no idea who they were.
That is awesome. That is definitely not a comfortable moment for many. So congratulations on that. Bill Verita, we're dancing on stages. We're rolling at Disneyland. Magic Fun Friday. Come on.
It is Magic Fun Friday for sure. Let's go from New York, his fierce beginnings on Wall Street to decades as a dedicated martial art. Ammo brings the same discipline and focus to every endeavor. With nearly 40 years of extraordinary outcomes, he has purchased and sold and exited over 75 companies, founded a private equity firm, and scaled founder-led businesses, raising over $1.5 billion in the process while partnering with the world's largest hedge funds. Beyond business, deeply committed to philanthropy, champion programs such as SNAP for neurodiverse and CP communities, and leading financial literacy initiatives that empower the next generation. Let's welcome to his show, James Ammo Amorosi.
For that, Bella.
Ammo, warm welcome on this Fun Friday. A master of masters, and I am super grateful always to share the space. And please, Ammo, your headline fun fact.
Well, I'm going to roll with the philanthropic piece to this. So the SNAP program that was mentioned in there is probably one of the closest things to my heart. It's something we created about 33 years ago. And it was for special needs, specifically at the time, autism. Now, it's way beyond that. It's neurodiverse, but it's also CP. We just got approved from the government to accept certain types of funding from the government and donations that far exceeds like the 501c3 type of thing. So very unique, very excited about that. So that's my fun fact for the day.
Let's go, Ammo. Crushing it always. Impact, philanthropy, heart. Whether you're crushing new business ventures or concrete blocks, Ammo's in the building. Bella Verita.
Ammo is certainly in the building, and of course his partner in crime, celebrity super agent and visionary, represents icons like Magic Johnson, Charlie Sheen, Larry Bird, David Goggins, Ric Flair, Carmen Electra, and many more, while honoring the late legends Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, and Hulk Hogan. Inspirational author and philanthropist, best-selling author of Aiming High, and founder of Aiming High Foundation, transforming his recovery journey into a global mission of hope, service, mentorship, and second chances. Resilience changemaker, overcame opiate addiction to inspire millions worldwide, proving true success isn't influence to uplift, heal, and empower, leading with grit, generosity, and gratitude every single day. Let's welcome to his show, Darren Prince.
Darren, my brother, before we get to a fun fact, you made me cry today.
Wow.
I cannot express to you my gratitude for the surprise, the gift. My dad is 80 years old in a week. My dad is not in great health. This is a super challenging time. And when I show him, he's living in my house right now, when I show him what you gave me, and I hang it up for the duration of his stay in our home for now, in his bedroom, he is going to bawl and cry.
Amazing.
WrestleMania, the magic of that experience and where it sits. Darren gave me this unbelievable WrestleMania poster signed by all of these icons, legends, including, of course, the amazing Hulk Hogan, Mr. T, all these people. Brother, I couldn't be more grateful. Thank you. Like, literally, tears. Not emotion, not heart touch, like tears coming down my face. Thank you, brother, and warm welcome to your heart event.
Love to hear it. So, I guess that could lead me into the fun fact because we always,
Sure.
from the time he spoke, we had so many commonalities from the 80 Olympic hockey team, Mookie Wilson being my favorite athlete, Hulk, Muhammad Ali, working with him, and the memories of you and your dad watching the fights. So 2 weeks ago, I was with another friend of yours, Tony Robbins, and it's the first time I've seen him in about 25 years at a big charity event. And I got time to speak at him. He sent his best and his love to you. And he remembered the couple of times we met with some of my big celebrities. And I had him laughing. I said, Tony, it's the first time I met you sober. And he goes, oh, good for you. And I got to tell him about the foundation, told him about your support, told him about the amazing work we're doing. And he was just beaming. I mean, tears in his eyes to say how happy he was to hear that I was 17 years sober. I mean, what's better than that? And all the people that we've been able to help.
That's awesome.
Thank you. That brings tears to my eyes again. As heart-centered as they come, smile and tears. Love you at the highest level, brother. And shall we do the things?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go. So, Bella Rita, how about a quick fun fact from you, please?
My quick fun fact is I just got back this week from cage diving with sharks and roaming in a safari with elephants, lions, hippopotamuses, and rhinoceroses.
Amazing. Thank you, Bella. And my quick fun fact is I drove 2 hours to surf for 15 minutes today. And I'll drive 2 hours back up to North Jersey. And the ocean in New Jersey is nothing short of absolutely volcanic, amazing, scary, empty beach, October in New Jersey, and a blind guy being out there by myself. And I was wandering on the beach today trying to find back to where I started. I draw like maps on the sand coming out of the water, and I couldn't find the map. So it's been a fascinating, fascinating day. So that is my headline fun fact for today, Bella Rita.
That is a super fun headline, fun fact, Sean. And shall we have Andrea share her fun fact?
Yes, Andrea, thank you for causing today, bringing these fine folks together, and your headline fun fact.
I once closed a deal at the top of the Great Wall of China.
Oh.
Let's go, Andrea. Let's go, Andrea, which makes maybe Andrea a spy for China. We'll come back to that. Of course not. Bella Rita, let's take us in. Who's going first?
Let's kick it up with Yash.
Yash. So Bella's going to be anybody we want her to be. What this is all about is we cause yes. This is a yes-causing group of people. Darren Prince did not line up all these amazing people if not for his ability to cause yes. Ammo building what he built, and martial arts schools, and private equity, and deals, and funds, and everything, right? Everything happens after yes for all of us. So to illustrate this, Bella's going to be anybody you'd want her to be, but we lean against like pitching, hooking, closing. But what does it look like when heart-centered, integrous people come together and a yes should actually happen? But we're all so used to getting pitched, attempted to be hooked, attempted to be closed, that we got our guard up. So how do we cause real messages to come through when yes should happen? So Bella could be anybody you want her to be to illustrate this. She could be an ideal client, charitable fundraising partner, somebody famous like an Oprah Winfrey or Warren Buffett, or anybody that we're talking about here today that would make sense for you to go from hello to yes with. It doesn't have to be a sale. It doesn't have to be a final yes. It could just be a yes for a longer conversation. So who would you like Bella Rita to be?
I would love for you to be a philanthropist or a charitable funder.
Okay.
Bella, you got some cash burning in pockets. Let's go.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hey, Bella, how are you? Thank you for taking the time today.
I'm doing pretty good, Yash. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to speak to you, and thank you for giving me a few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I heard you have an incredible cause, and I look forward to hearing a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I'm looking to change the landscape of brain tumor treatments for patients. Firsthand, I went through it. My sister was diagnosed at 25 years old and passed away at 28 last November. And while going through it, our whole goal was to figure out how can we save her life. And I have a capital markets background, so immediately I went to talk to all of the companies involved in the space to see, hey, which treatment is the best option. And what we learned over there is that it's very tough to get capital into the space because the risk reward profile isn't there for investors. So all of big pharma has exited, government funding has exited, and it's a very underfunded space right now. So essentially what our nonprofit Innovate GBM we're looking to do is to bring capital resources to the brain tumor space to provide more funding essentially. So we have more shots on goal to get better treatment options. And right now, the hard part is getting big funders like big philanthropists, big pharma to come in and deploy their resources.
I can't imagine how tough that is to, be so passionate about a cause and the overall support, be hard to get. And it sounds incredible what it is that you're doing. And so is there a specific dollar amount that you're looking to raise, or what's the overall outcome?
Yeah, it's actually a lot of people have dreams of growing really big. We actually don't. We see that the smaller we stay and the more lean we stay, the better outcome we'll have. So for us, we actually just want to throw one annual conference every year. And the thing is that we're not doing the good work. We're not the scientists. We're not the ones deploying all the money. We just want to create the space where everyone can actually come together and showcase the good work they're doing. There's been so many different developments so far, but they all have been done in silos. Bringing them together will allow them to do it together. And it's pretty simple. A few $100,000 to throw a conference and we make it evergreen, do it every single year there forward. And then I can focus on other aspects of bringing people to that conference.
Good. So what, if I'm hearing you correctly, what you're looking for is just an annual sponsor to sponsor throwing the conference. Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. I definitely think that may be something that we could speak about. How about we set up a conversation next week and, we can look at some numbers, what it is that you're looking to do and seeing if that's something we can support.
I would love to. Thank you so much for all the help and assistance.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nash. Great job. Great job, Nash.
Awesome job. Yeah, we'll get to feedbackers in a moment. Belle, where are we going?
Next, we got Eric.
Eric, who would you like Bella to be?
A potential client. So someone, either a founder who wants to raise capital for their startup or business, or maybe a person who wants to form a fund, an investment fund that wants legal help for that. So someone who's looking for.
Cool. Bella, you're a founder or you got a fund, and let's go.
All right. I'm definitely looking for some funds on some Fun Friday. Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. This is Eric Weingold. I'm the owner and founder of the law firm PPM Lawyers. Thanks for scheduling with me today. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I've heard a lot of great things about you.
Oh, great. I'm really glad to hear that. And just so you know, I've blocked up about 30 minutes for us today. Is that still good for you?
Well, I have like 3. Yes, I have 3, but if it makes sense, then we can schedule, a half hour to an hour meeting.
Fantastic. Well, I'd like to keep things really simple. I just want to hear from you what you're looking to accomplish, what you're hoping to get from us. Then I can talk about the firm and what we do, and we can see if there's a good fit, if there's something that makes sense for next steps. How does that sound?
That sounds great. What I am looking for, I'm looking to specifically start a fund that supports women entrepreneurs, women investors, that brings women investors together, that supports the next generation, whether that's whether that's here in the U.S. or maybe even helping some companies abroad, but want to pull resources together and to be able to help people that are maybe not so, don't have the means or are in underprivileged areas that would like to start something.
I love that. I love investing in women-owned businesses and minorities. That's a really fantastic cause, and that's a capital is really needed there. Do you have an idea of how big the fund you're looking to raise?
I would say probably a good start. I'd like to start at maybe $500,000.
Okay, gotcha. And so $500,000. What do you think that will let you do in, say, the first 12 months? Will that be one investment, or will that be multiple investments?
I'd like to do multiple investments if possible. So it's like, thinking, if we could do somewhere, start, small, around $500,000, and then within, 3 years would like to get that up to, quite a bit more.
Gotcha. And do you have an idea of where you think you're going to find your investors? Do you have a plan already, or do you want to do marketing to find investors? Are you just going to go to people you already know?
I mean, I think I could start with people that I know, and then would definitely, like to do some marketing, but I think it's a good cause and definitely want to pull people together. And I have about 30 seconds left before I have to run.
Gotcha. Well, so I'll just tell you, to do this legally, you need to do 3 things to be in compliance or regulations. You need to provide those potential investors with proper disclosures. That's information they would need. There's probably some filing requirements with the SEC and maybe some state filings. And this is what we do as a law firm. We would take that entire legal process off your plate and do it for you. I've been doing it for almost 30 years. As a law firm, we've been doing this and only this for 10 years. I have a full team, so we could take that entire legal process off your plate and do it for you. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing. Let's sit down. Maybe I can come by your offices next week and we can sit down and have a conversation.
Great. Let's schedule something.
Awesome. Great job.
Yeah.
Yep. Great job, Eric. And now it's time for the feedbackers.
Yes, otherwise known as judges. Judges, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. And so it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either Yash or Eric, something that they did great, maybe something that they could improve. And then what is one word on how they left you feeling. And so let's kick it off with Adam. Adam, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Yash, please?
You got it. Yash, I thought that your ask was very specific, and your why was very clear and motivated, both from a personal place, which unfortunately for you, I understand the loss, so I apologize for that. But because it did come from that space, it was very authentic. In addition to that personal part of the journey, I think you got to say that you're going to focus on other aspects to make your event as successful as it could possibly be, underscoring the need just for this one very specific thing, the underwriting of the event, to be handled, and then you go from there. So that was a great job.
And what is
and
one
Adam,
word?
One word
Go ahead.
of how Yash made you feel.
I would say if I was the listener receiving it, I would have felt engaged, was what I was feeling.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Adam. Rita.
Let's go, Robert. Robert, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Eric, please?
Eric is obviously an attorney. I would say probably a litigator. And in our industry, they always tell us that true litigators are not made, they are born. And we're all frustrated thespians. So very engaging, obviously a legal mind. Obviously depositions were his forte because he was able to get so much information in such a short period of time, while at the same time keeping the listener engaged and motivated. So well done, Eric. If you'd appeared in my courtroom, you would sway me with your passion.
Awesome. Robert, thank you for that. And what's one word of how Eric made you feel?
Inspired.
Cool. Robert, Bella.
Let's go, Jason. Jason, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Yash, please?
I didn't feel like that you were being sold. I went listening in. It sounded like a conversation about 2 people who maybe connected at a coffee shop and they happen to be sharing a table, and it's kind of like, oh, what are you doing and what am I doing? I like the fact that he made it very personal. And he told about himself. He also kept you engaged. So I like that. So the word I would use to describe that whole conversation is it just felt very natural and it flowed.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Love it. Thank you, Jason. Bella.
Let's go. That takes us to Ammo. Ammo, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Eric, please?
So Eric did a great job, and I kind of coincide with Jason said, in the sense of, I feel like it was like you were having a conversation at a coffee shop, which I think is very, very paramount, right? You don't feel like you're being sold, but I think you did a great job in expressing the services that you will provide and making their job, making Bella's job very easy. And I felt you did a great job in structuring your approach and how you guys have done this in the past, and it's something that you do on a daily basis, and it'll be special. So I think you did a great job.
Beautiful, Emma. And one word, Emma, of how Yash made you feel?
Passionate.
Beautiful. So, Rita, I think that brings us to the other half of the Men of the Hour.
It does. It does. That takes us to Mr. Darren Prince. Darren, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Yash, please? Actually, for Eric.
You want to go to Eric?
Yeah.
So, very professional. I loved how detailed he was, how he asked about the, how everything is going to be allocated to make your life super easy. And great mission by you, Bella, with the, Women's Fund for everything that you were prepared to give to him. I thought if there's one word, just authentic, genuine.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Appreciate that, Darren. Darren, Ammo, you know what time it is. Bella's going to be putting me on the hot seat. Bella, over to you.
Yes, this is the time in the show that I get to put Sean on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about. Usually, Ammo, I know this is your favorite part of the show, and I usually give 3 scenarios, but in the essence of time, I have one scenario for you, but I think you're going to like it. So I was thinking the scenario that we could do today is Sean could role play Yash, going from hello to yes with Gary V, who's actually going to be speaking on the Unblinded stage in a couple weeks, to be the annual sponsor for Yash's convention, and to have at least maybe a 5-year agreement to sponsor at least 5 of the, I don't know if you called them, they're not conventions, but you called it another name. I apologize. Conference, that was it. To annually sponsor at least 5 conferences. What do you think, Darren and Ammo?
I love it. I think it's perfect. I think it'll fit in well. Is Sean playing the role of Gary V? Is that what it is?
No, Sean will Sean will be Yash, and then somebody else could play Gary V.
Okay.
Who would you like to play Gary V?
Oh, Gary V here, huh? Let's go with Jason.
Oh, I was kind of feeling Jason myself. Jason, are you ready to channel your Gary F and V?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, Sean. Jason's gonna play Gary V. You're gonna play Yash, and you're gonna ask seek a yes for a 5-year sponsorship for their annual conference.
Okay, and yes, the annual conference. What's the name of it?
The Innovate GBM Capital Conference. No name yet. We'll call it the Innovate GBM Conference.
Okay, and the folks that are attending the conference are folks in micro cap space or funds. Like who's the attendees?
6 nodes: physicians, key opinion leaders, service providers, patient advocacy, regulators, companies, investors. Everything you need to make a company to test a new drug.
Got it. Okay. Got it. All right. So hi, is Mr. Vaynerchuk available?
Yes, this is me. What I got for you? What do you need? I'm moving, I'm shaking, I'm moving fast. So let's go.
Yeah. This is Yash. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. I'm at 2 minutes and 50 seconds counting, Mr. Vaynerchuk. Is this still a good time for you today? I know you're moving, shaking, and busy.
This is a great time, but call me Gary.
Okay, Gary, thank you so much. So I got to ask you this, and I will honor the 3 minutes. Why did you even accept this call? You have so many people that want to talk about so many things. What was there for you or your team that caused you to even get on this phone call? And again, thank you so much.
The persistence and the passion, you got to reward those two and everything you do. And you reached out, persistently and passionately, and I took the meeting.
Awesome. Thank you. Mr. Vaynerchuk, from my understanding, you haven't bought the Jets yet. You've impacted the world. You're the godfather of social media. There's so much done, still some things that keep you driving. Can I ask you simply, read your books, heard you speak a ton of times, but what's the why? If you had a headline, the why that keeps your heart moving, shaking, and building, please.
Again, call me Gary, and what's keeping me moving and shaking and there is just passion and making a difference and moving forward and persistence. And look, a guy like me, that came from nothing, and I here I am today. I never envisioned myself being here, and now it's time for me to help.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Gary, so much. And from that place of desiring to help, create impact, and make magic happen in the world, can I share a couple quick things in our final minute and a half or so that may or may not resonate with you?
Okay, let's go for it.
Yep. So what I do is I work with people in the space of running conferences, something you know a ton about. And my mission, my work is to build companies, build testing, and get the most effective integrous drugs out there in the most profitable of ways. So where I think there's an intersection potentially here, Gary, is your world of social media has penetrated certain aspects of the Fortune 500, the Fortune 100, the Fortune 10, for sure. There's still friction there. However, in the space of pharma, drug companies, getting things out there, legal, accounting, financial, there's still a massive resistance to folks in that space about your principles of crush it and beyond, of leveraging social media, putting identity out there, and living in the current economy that you rail about consistently, beautifully, powerfully. So what I'm simply proposing is a 30-minute follow-up conversation where I could talk to you about what somebody might call sponsorship. I know people pay you to speak. I'm super clear. But I've got a model and a mechanism where I think we could cause massive acceleration for you're looking to cause client generation, speaking opportunities all over the place with the right people in a market that just isn't there yet, but is ripe and ready and has preposterous, insane, unparalleled financial abundance in this country. So, Mr. Vaynerchuk, very simply put, I'm proposing a 30-minute follow-up Zoom. I got a PowerPoint presentation of how this could add a zero to what you're doing over the next 5 years and amplify your identity, which is enormous, beyond where it currently is. So, Mr. Vaynerchuk, how would it resonate with you or not? Or sorry, Gary, to have a 30-minute follow-up conversation to go through all that. And here's the catch. The catch is, if I waste your time, because I know people waste your time all the time, then I'm going to put $250,000 in escrow and your attorney keeps it. If I waste your time, you have 30 minutes, $250K, or if I don't waste your time, then we go forward and have a deeper conversation. How does that resonate with you, Gary?
You got me when you stopped calling me Mr. Vaynerchuk and called me Gary. The second that you corrected yourself and I didn't have to say it, you got me. But $250,000 in an escrow account for that, that's even better. There's one other thing. I need that sit down with Robert Wood Johnson IV because I need that piece of the Jets because just not happy with where they're going this year. So what can we do about that?
My commitment to you is the people that we're rolling with have the ability to get to anyone, anywhere. But like, so do you. Darren Prince. So in this meeting, I will add 5 minutes on how we get to sit down and we get you involved with the Jets as an owner. Check that box. You have my commitment. And I'm going to sit down with incredible people I know, including Sean Callaghan, your Come to our Unblinded event, and Darren Prince, and James Amorosi. We're going to structure this, figure it out, and it's going to be one of the 5 of the 30 minutes to get you what you're truly desiring in your heart. How does that sound, Gary?
Yash, that was awesome. Let's do it. Set it up. Have your people call my people. We'll get it booked and let's go.
Done. I got your assistant Tom on it. Have a blessed day. Keep moving and shaking and inspiring the world. Thanks, Gary.
My pleasure.
Out of roll. Excellent job, Jason. I love the energy, the Gary Venus being channeled. Let's go, Yash. How did I do as you? You did a great job in the participant seat yourself. And how was your time today on the Heart of Influence, Josh?
I loved it. I think you did a great job. Gary Vee seems very excited. So thank you for that. But very happy to be here. I love the experience and definitely thinking of how to get more yeses.
Let's go, brother. Thank you so much for that. Robert, super impressive. We've had almost 9,000 people on the Heart of Influence. One of the coolest fun facts, we're talking Hercules, we're talking John Smith, we're talking the captain from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is one of my favorites as well. And so thanks so much, Robert, for being here. Awesome voice. And how was your time today in the Heart of Influence?
Well, first of all, it was an honor to be here, Sean, and thank you so much for the compliment. I had a grand time, met some wonderful, powerful people. And I think to kind of sum it up, I do feel motivated and I feel inspired and I feel moved. It's such a great experience to see so many different professionals across so many different areas. And, you know, in my positions, I kind of see the underbelly of mankind. I think that Eric and Jason will agree with me, but today's conversation has restored a wee bit of faith. And so I thank you all, and I thank you, Andrea, for allowing me to be a part of it.
And may I, Robert, thank you. And
Yes,
Robert, may I offer a microscopic quick thought about
Absolutely.
the landscape of our legal system? Would that be okay?
Absolutely.
So it was in my bio. We didn't go through it, but I have the privilege of having being one of only 2 attorneys in America to have 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that was blind. We had the largest jury verdict in Arizona, about an 8-year period. These are not personal injury cases. These are business cases where fraud was involved. I had to cross-examine the Inspector General of Arizona, and I have a 100-plus person law firm, right? So one of the things that I teach about and talk about a ton is a massive friction point to me, and it is the enforcement of principles of candor to the tribunal and the mechanism of our judiciary reacting when people commit perjury. So I would love to someday have an offline conversation about how your perspective, how we could do more with that, because in our top jury verdicts, we had, hundreds of acts of perjury by the witnesses on the other side, and we had dozens of breaches of candor to the tribunal. It was absolutely insane, but it's a really complicated world when people have insider relationships, and it's kind of, well, I'm just being a zealous advocate. So I don't want to go any further here, but if that is an interesting conversation, I'd love to have it offline, because I am clear that you are a person, master of influence and respect. We're a lot of places, a lot of people, and this is something that sits in the core of my being for how to make our judicial system and legal system function even more optimally, which I believe and know is the greatest system in the history of the world. So if there's any resonance, we can follow up at some point, but I really appreciate you being here today, Robert.
And I appreciate it, and it resonates absolutely, especially in Los Angeles, California, which is the largest jurisdiction on the planet. That is something, Sean, that is near and dear to my heart. So, Andrea, please feel free to connect us. Sean, it would be an honor and a privilege to have that discussion with you.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. And thank you for all you do. Your honor. Your honor. Thank you. Jason, Gary V, awesome job. Appreciate you. Great energy. And Jason, how was your time in the Heart of Influence today?
It was a lot of fun, and got to hear both Eric and Yash do their thing, and picked up the pointers, and again, I didn't get to critique Eric, but one of the things I loved is he set the expectation. Hey, I got 30 minutes, and she's like, no, I got 3, and he pivoted. I loved that. He came out of the box saying, I scheduled 30 minutes today, and she said, nope, got 3 minutes. So I thought it was great, and it was just a note that I wrote down for myself.
Well, thank you, Jason. Wonderful work. Bella Verita.
Great job, Jason. And let's go to our other participant who did a phenomenal job, Eric. Eric, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
You know what? It was an absolute delight. It was a lot of fun, really interesting. I really didn't know what to expect, and I would like to do it again if that's possible. But this was great. I really enjoyed myself, and I learned some things. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Eric, you exhibited a high level of mastery. Couldn't agree more with the feedback you got, especially what you got from Robert. High level of mastery. Congratulations on all you do, and thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And
Rita?
Hopefully this was as fun as the Lollapalooza, kicking us off into the judges seat, which you did phenomenal, Adam. And Adam, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
It was great. Like Eric, I had no idea what to expect, frankly, but I did have a great time. It's nice to meet people virtually that their heart's in the right place, their mind's in the right place, and working in tandem together. It's great. So, an honor to be a part of it. Would love to do it again, and thanking everyone who got me involved today. Thank you so much.
Great job, Adam. Appreciate you for sure. Ammo, I know we're running a little late. We had some massive technical challenges, and I'm sure Ammo and Darren sensed that Bella and my energy was slightly off the norm, if not meaningfully. It was wildly frustrating coming in. I'm so disappointed. Sorry, guys, but I'm not on camera. But Ammo, great job, as always, in what you do, and your final for today, Ammo.
First of all, I wish you'd stay the hell off the beach by yourself. That's my first thing. I'm going to reprimand you, Sean. So when I see you at the event, you know, you're going to get that patio block breaking thing going on. I thought today's panel was very, very sophisticated. I have my own like internal, because I'm an economist, my internal analysis of the participants, and what a sophisticated bunch of people, and all heart-centered. It kind of, in the face of a little bit of madness in the country and things that are going on, atrocities, it's good to be on this and get a little, get a breath of fresh air with people who are grounded and fundamentally sound in heart and mind, So I want to thank everybody. Did an awesome job. I would love to have a conversation with each one of you. You're very interesting people. I could comment. I write notes down on every person, and the notes I have are just absolutely delightful. So thank you. And you guys did a great job. The two participants, Yash and Eric, did a great job, and one last thing, I know I'm yapping away. Yash, sorry about your sister. You and I share a horrible experience. I've lost two siblings, and it's not easy. It's not easy. So my heart goes out to you, buddy.
Thank you.
Man, beautiful, Ammo, for sure. And I can't promise I'm not going to keep wandering the beaches, though. We'll figure it out. You can come join me out there. Let's go get it.
I'm gonna have to.
Darren. Yes, let's go. Darren, please, brother, your final today. And again, thank you so much. Thank you.
Always my brother. It's always special when I have the time allocated and I can be here with you and Bella and Andrew and Ammo and all the amazing guests. But I'm with Ammo. I mean, today was just top notch, like creme de la creme of who Andrew put together, and Bella. Jason was a tremendous Gary V. Sounded like the humility and humbleness and the New York Jets humor. I feel their pain. And Sean, you were your savage self. I mean, you hit everything. Talked about how right was the financial abundance, offering him a no-lose situation with the $250,000 donation, and you got the follow-up and influence. That's what it's about. So, I love you, and thank you for always having me here.
Love you too, brother. Thank you so much, and love you, Ammo, and Andrew. Incredible job. Love you, Bella, love you. Even when we're trying to figure out technology things with 9 people on our team. So thank you, and everybody. We're gonna wrap this. We got loads of great things to do because of Darren, Ammo, and what they do in the world. Our upcoming version, we have 1,000+ people in New Jersey. We're gonna have be interviewing Gary Vaynerchuk, David Mizell, founder of Marvel Studios, that sold to Disney for $4 billion. Kevin Mayer, who was on the acquisition side of that, and Lucasfilms, and Pixar at Disney, and more. Have the privilege of getting Ralph Macchio coming, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sadia Khan, actress, model, online influencer, millions and millions of followers, dating relationship space, and one of the top women in AI in America. It's going to be a masterfully done immersion. You get complimentary seats want to come. I know some people are from all over the country, but you're our guest for being here today. We also have some incredible things in AI. Everybody's saying it. Everybody's hyping. We have things nobody on the planet is doing. And on my reputation, not even close. Like we're in a different galaxy in that space with agents able to go from hello to yes, create emotional rapport, depth of listening, insanity of where we are, and it's coming out hard on October 15th. So you want to talk to one of those agents, talk to one of our people. That's there as our complimentary gift as well. Thanks, everybody. Belvrita, please, your final.
My final is just absolutely phenomenal job, Andrea, bringing these groups of individuals, saying the energy was fantastic, just astute individuals, growth-minded, heart-centered, absolutely extraordinary. Hope to see you guys in the future. And there is that link in the chat, so definitely don't miss that. And great job, Sean, and back to you.
So I end every show by saying this: I may be physically blind. Doesn't stop me from surfing, skiing, and scuba diving, however, and it also leaves me very sure of this. There's the opportunities for the acceleration that all of us seek right in front of our eyes. We can all use a little or a lot unblinding, because with those opportunities sitting right in front of our face, unfortunately, mostly, lots of times, or sometimes, we don't see them because we're all blind. Bella?
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone. Great job.
Great job. Thank you.
Thank you all.